last time the Super Bowl was here. I got to go, and it was a blast.
It's been 10 days since this scene kicked off New Orleans' week-long run-up to Super Bowl 59, but the echoes of the game are still reverberating all over the country.
The week went so well, NOLA.com reports Louisiana Congressman Steve Scalise pitched NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to hold the big game in New Orleans every 3 years. And with the excitement of Philadelphia's win, the Eagles' offensive coordinator Kellen Moore will be the new head coach for the Saints.
All that and more coming up next on PAC News.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Esteves.
And I'm Abigail Schmidt. Welcome to PAC News for February 13th. Today, New Saints head coach Kellen Moore talked about his goals for the upcoming season at an introductory press conference. Moore helped lead the Eagles to Super Bowl victory as their offensive coordinator. At age 36, Moore is the youngest head coach in the NFL, and earlier today he outlined some of his goals for the upcoming season.
Can't wait to get started. Really excited about this opportunity. I'm so thankful for it. We have an exciting future for New Orleans football. Our number one goal is to create an environment that allows every player, coach, and staff member to be their best. And this is the greatest team sport in the world for a reason, because it takes everyone. It takes everyone. It's truly an honor and opportunity that not many have. We know that when we do this, when we build a brand of football that we're all appreciative of, it's going to be a smart, a fast, and a physical football team.
Our own PAC News reporter Maria DeFelice was in the Superdome during the big game.
The Super Bowl is more than just a football game. From Bourbon Street to the incredible New Orleans food, fans got to experience New Orleans culture all weekend long.
What's been your favorite part about New Orleans so far?
Friendly people on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, everybody's so nice.
Probably everything that you hear about New Orleans has been lived up to, from the beach you see, from Mardi Gras and everything that comes with it, and the great food. It's been nothing but great.
Bourbon Street last night, it was awesome, beautiful. Yeah, we had a great time.
Chiefs fans and Eagles fans weren't the only ones that showed up to the big game.
I love the vibes. I love all the people. Everybody's got the best energy in New Orleans. I spent some time here before, and it's just as good as the last time.
Who are you rooting for today?
The Saints.
But as we stepped inside the dome, it was all about the big game.
What are you most excited for today?
To watch the Eagles kick butt.
3 fingers, 3 chips, all the way, 3-peat, baby.
We're gonna win.
I'm excited to watch these birds win a Super Bowl.
As the game ended and the Eagles won, the fans showed up and showed out.
I'm ecstatic that the Eagles won.
Best decision I ever made was coming to the Super Bowl. Yeah. It was awesome.
It's like I'm overjoyed, man. I can't wait. I can't wait till next year. You know what I'm saying? We got to win another one. We're going to run it right back.
The birds are on top of the world. But the thing is, everyone here in green knew it was going to happen.
Go Birds!
I'm here with my family. We couldn't be happier. New Orleans was great.
This has been Maria DeFelice, PAC News.
According to NOLA.com, Congressman Steve Scalise suggests New Orleans and Las Vegas host the big game every 3 years, with other cities rotating in the third year. This year's Super Bowl was the city's first since 2013, and Scalise says he's proud to see New Orleans shine on the world stage. Scalise told NOLA.com he brought up the idea to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell at Sunday's game. While Goodell didn't commit, Scalise said he also didn't push back.
The Super Bowl halftime show is one of the most watched live performances in the world, bringing together music, spectacle, and top-tier production. But behind the lights and the star-studded performances, there's an entire team working tirelessly to bring it all to life. One of those team members was Loyola's own Camila Faraldo, who had the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of the halftime show field team. She spoke to us about her experience behind the scenes.
It was amazing. I never thought I was going to be able to do something this big and important, especially for something that I don't usually work on, like production. I felt like it was a dream come true. I feel like the hardest part was knowing all the terms. When moving the stages, there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of technical and just a lot of different names that I was not used to. I never like heard before, but the way that our cart leader was very encouraging, he was really sweet and educated. Meeting SZA, it was so fun. She's been my favorite artist for a long time, and having the opportunity to just see her and talk to her, and my friends that are also fans of hers, like just seeing the amount of happiness and good energy that came from that, it was so nice and refreshing to see. Surreal. It was surreal, literally. I did not ever think I was going to be a part of something like this, and the fact that I'm in the credits and in the staff, it's just a dream come true.
More than 500 people rehearsed for 2 weeks to make the show look seamless.
Philly fans and KC fans hit the town in New Orleans fashion. But win or lose, reporter Christian Lemoyne spoke with fans who came together for an unforgettable experience.
Super Bowl 59 kicked off this weekend as the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs battled for the title. Fans from all over our country had a lot to say.
Let's go! Green, we on go. Is either red or green, and we on go on y'all mouth.
This is America's team. Birds.
I want the Chiefs to win, man.
Why do you want the Chiefs to win?
Because I've been a Chiefs fan all my life since the day I was born. I don't know, maybe I could be an Eagles fan after this, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And after a 40-22 loss, that pretty much seemed to be the sentiment of most Chiefs fans.
Man, I'll see y'all in Cali next year, man.
Stop it.
Santa Clara, we on the way.
Not gonna happen.
Chiefs!
Not today.
But some fans cared less about the game and were more interested in the halftime show.
Like seeing SZA on stage, and I liked seeing Kendrick on stage, and that was it.
I think Kendrick Lamar did a great job of roping in his artistry and what he believes in into a show for almost like for a huge audience to watch.
Whether you are a diehard fan or you're there just for a halftime performance, at the end of the day, it's all about coming together, regardless of what team you support.
Chorus mingle with locals, and it's like, I don't know, it's just been a good vibe, I guess.
Eagles fans be friends?
Absolutely.
Have any of it?
We got no hate. Hey, Andy Reid's on both sides of the line, man. So it is what it is.
He's just as happy as we are.
Just like the Kelsey brothers, both sides of the line, man. It's all love, man. It's all family.
Ain't no nothing but love here.
Oh, yeah.
NFC, AFC,
As long as it ain't down.
Eagles and Chiefs.
This is Christian Lemoyne reporting Football Fact News.
Many visitors were involved in the festivities leading up to the big game. The NFL fan experience was a hot spot at the convention center. There were different games, obstacle courses, and football simulations. And fans could take photos at different attractions like the bedazzled football helmets and the Hall of Fame statues.
I mean, everything. Like, this is the first Super Bowl I've been able to experience in New Orleans. It's been fun.
But some participants found the fan experience could be overstimulating. PAC News reporter Chloe Witt shows us how organizations made the event more inclusive for those with sensory issues.
With loud music, dancing, and flashing lights, the NFL fan experience was sure to include everyone in the fun. In partnership with the Eagles Autism Foundation, Culture City provided sensory bags, fast passes, and a sensory room for all who needed it. And these accommodations gave people like 34-year-old Nicole Dozier a chance to celebrate the big game.
I'm having fun so far. I've been to this throwing, passing, and using reflexes, and even seen an NFL museum.
Sensory bags came with noise-canceling headphones, sunglasses, fidget toys, and more. They also provided fast passes, so to reduce wait times for those who struggle in long lines. And these resources didn't go to waste. Culture City event specialist Isabel Sau said many people came to use the sensory room multiple times while there, and there were lines of people coming for bags.
It's always very heartwarming to see, you know, when you give the sensory bag to someone and it's like changing their entire experience. They're like, thank you so much for being here, for being out here.
For Nicole's mom, inclusivity like this goes a long way.
Oh my God, so I almost started crying because her being 34, we never had anything like that when she was young and growing up. I mean...
For PAC News, I'm Chloe Witt.
Culture City has partnered with the Superdome since 2017 to offer sensory rooms that visitors can use during events.
The Super Bowl didn't just bring football and fans to the city, it also brought mega yachts. Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shadid Khan parked his 90-meter luxury yacht at the New Orleans riverfront. Reporter Alex Pardon spoke with some people passing by.
The weeks leading up to the Super Bowl brought business owners, celebrities, and fans to the city of New Orleans. Owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Shahid Khan, arrived in style in a $360 million mega yacht. Tourists like Joseph G. arrived at the dock just to get a glimpse of the ship.
The boat is estimated to cost $360 million, which is phenomenal. I mean, talk about excess, but if you got it, you got it.
New Orleans native Pam M. says she's never seen anything like this in New Orleans.
I heard it's a Jacksonville Jaguars owner that owns it, so pretty nice. He throw away money.
The yacht named Kismet features enough space to host 12 people and a crew of 36. A helipad, cryotherapy spa, a dance floor, and a theater are just a few of the amenities the Kismet sports. Visitors along the docks say the police presence surrounding the ship and in the city is unlike anything they've ever seen in New Orleans.
There's just insane amounts of police here, which is something I've never seen before. It's a bit much, but, you know, it is what it is.
The Kismet yacht can be seen from the French Quarter in downtown New Orleans. Until its departure, it will remain an object of fascination for tourists and New Orleans natives. Reporting for Loyola, I'm Alex Parton.
The Kismet was designed by Nuvolari Leonard. According to Boat International, chartering a yacht of this size costs more than $3 million.
Super Bowl Sunday isn't just about football, it's also big business for sports betting. In Louisiana, fans placed over $59 million in bets, adding to the $1.3 billion wagered nationwide. But while some bettors cashed in, the house still won. In 2023, when the Chiefs and 49ers played in Las Vegas, nearly $190 million was wagered. This year, that number was just over $151 million. And while bettors had high hopes for Eagles running back Saquon Barkley, he was one of the most popular prop bets of the game to score, a touchdown. But with just 57 yards on 25 carries and no score, gambling apps cleaned up. Even though it was a historically successful football season for bettors, Sunday belonged to the sportsbooks. It's a reminder that, in the long run, the house always wins.
As Donald Trump wraps up his third week in office, his administration is continuing to make headlines.
The Senate confirmed Robert Kennedy Jr. as the Secretary of Health and Human Services moments ago. The appointment passed by a 52-48 vote, but Kennedy faces scrutiny over his opinions on vaccine and Medicare policy. And the White House bans a reporter from the Associated Press from the Oval Office after the company's refusal to refer to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America.
It's homecoming week here at Loyola, and campus is filled with excitement.
Our reporter Melody Newsom is live from the Res Quad, where the NPHC, BSU, and CASA are hosting some of the signature events of the week.
I'm here at the Homecoming Cookout, sponsored by our Black student organizations on campus during Black History Month. Everybody is here celebrating and excited, even despite Trump's recent CEI statements. So far, he's cut a bunch of programs that would limit equal opportunities, especially for those of color. I talked to some students at the Black Love event, and here's what they had to say.
Black History Month, a time for celebration and acknowledgement of African American culture, bonds students together in many ways. Student Taylor Griffin enlightens us how representation is being presented on Loyola's campus.
I personally feel like most of the Black organizations are advocating for themselves and celebrating ourselves for Black History Month. And I'm very proud of us, but I don't really see like other people being like, hey, you know, it's Black History Month, let's do this and the third.
Many Black organizations have made it a priority to highlight accomplishments from Black students, regardless of exposure from other groups, and despite Trump's recent statements on DEI. Student Chichi Ome shares just how much Trump's DEI order can impact those of color.
I think for a lot of Black students, it's been very frustrating with the President of the United States making these comments. I think, especially because for a lot of us, the DEI is not just some buzzword. It's going to make it harder for a lot of students to get scholarships, to get funding, to get support, mentorship.
It's so nice to see everyone having fun and enjoying themselves. It is truly a sight to see. You can catch the next Black History Month event about African American fashion on February 15th at Audubon Park. Thank you. This has been Melody Newsom with Wolfpack News. Back to you at the desk.
Coming up next, a classic New Orleans coffee shop closes forever. We talked to one worker about how he found out about losing his job.
And a look into how the recent extreme changes in weather have been affecting some local business owners. We'll be right back after the break.
My name is Claire Anderson. I graduated from Loyola in 2021, and I currently work at a Beta Brewing company as their digital marketing specialist. The Donnelly Center was the best experience I had at Loyola, constantly learning, constantly growing, having new clients every year, past clients, forming those relationships. You're actually working with real people with real needs and an actual goal that they're working towards. You gain from the classes, but you utilize it, and the Donnelly Center has really benefited me in the long run. At my time at the Donnelly Center, it gave me real-world experience working with real clients, with real people, on real projects, and it is why I have the career today, and I'm incredibly thankful, and I'm looking forward to another 25 years of all its success and the success stories that come out of the people that work here, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it.
PJ's Coffee has been serving customers on Maple Street since 1978, but the original shop closed suddenly last week.
Reporter Kaylee Barrio is live on Maple Street to explain the reason behind the closure.
For over 50 years, the PJ's on Maple Street has stood as a historic place of New Orleans history. Now, all that stands behind me is an empty building and a location closure sign. Employees told me they were given less than 6 hours notice of the closure before they had to close their doors for good. For over a year now, Maple Street business owners have been hearing the same distant sound of construction, waiting for the road work to be completed. Beginning in January of 2024, the Adams Street construction is still unfinished as of January 2025. Not only has the road closure been an inconvenience to residents, but have cost people like a previous manager their jobs.
I found out that we were first closing down on Monday afternoon, so around like 1 p.m. And then we closed for good that Monday night. So yeah, it was pretty instant.
Last Monday, the New Orleans-based coffee chain PJ's closed the door of their original location on Maple Street, unexpected and unannounced to the public, leaving many still unaware of the closure.
Well, we go get our haircuts like right over there at that Peacock barbershop, and we just come here like once a month. She told us the lady cuts our hair, that it was closed, and that's about it.
The sudden closure has now caused questions to arise in the community.
Everybody's always asking what happened and wondering, and I know from the road construction, I'm guessing that took a toll on them, and business was slow for everybody.
Amidst the construction, the once lively coffee shop now remains empty, leaving only one sign on the back entrance reading, "From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for all the wonderful years of support, friendship, and community. It has been an absolute joy to serve you." Below that, the sign provides two alternative locations, one on Willow and the other on Magazine. Both the company, along with former employees, hope that the former patrons of this coffee shop find a new common space with ease.
I hope that all the people can like find a new place to, call their like third place or their home or whatever you want to call it. I mean, definitely will take a lot of time for, everyone to kind of come back together and, find that good meeting spot again.
Around the corner on Adams Street, construction is still ongoing. Business owners in the area tell me that the ongoing construction frequently led to water disruptions and shutoffs, another factor that may have led to the location's closure. Kaylee Barrio, Wolfpack News, back to you.
And some other local businesses struggled this past weekend at the Super Bowl tailgate. What was supposed to be a fruitful weekend turned disappointing for food truck owners parked under the expressway near the Superdome. Reporter Daniela Martinez spoke with some of the owners on Sunday.
It is Super Bowl Sunday, and we're near the Caesars Superdome underneath the expressway where there was supposed to be a tailgate. Food truck owners have been parked for 3 days waiting for customers.
Pues esperamos que hoy esté ocupada.
Well, we hope that today will be busy. The past 3 days have been very slow around the area. There is no movement, but we hope that there will be movement on this special day. Food truck owner Gracie Fernandez said that she lost a large amount of revenue and had to reassure customers over the phone about their availability and location. The clients call us on the phone to ask if they can enter because it was closed, and there has been no publicity to tell people that it is public and they can come in. Despite the disappointing start, the food truck owners are still hopeful that customers will eventually visit.
I want us to win. I want the local vendors to win. It really doesn't matter who wins tonight. I just hope that, the folks that are out here working hard, that it's worthwhile for all of us to be out here and supporting the fans, and hopefully they'll come support us as well.
There is a good vibe, and we hope that a lot of people will come. This is Daniela Martinez reporting.
Fernandez said that the move cost her more than half of the money she would make in her usual location. As we look toward Valentine's Day weekend and parades, Violet Bucaro gives us a look at what kind of weather we can expect up ahead.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. I'm Violet Bucaro with Wolfpack News. Today we had 55 degrees and there was a humidity of 75 with winds of 15 miles per hour. It was cloudy and sunny, but it was a bit chillier than we expected. As we move into the weekend, we have a pretty cloudy weekend, but it's going to be nice temperatures for the parades at 65 and 79. It's not going to rain. We're over with the rain like we had yesterday. But in the week ahead, it's going to be a pretty sunny, happy times. Unlike last week, or 2 weeks ago, we had snow. Let's take a look back at what that was like. Look, I even have my goggles on, my ski goggles. There were people having a lot of fun at the levee. Kids were sledding. It was a beautiful time for the city to reflect on how beautiful our city is. Look, they're jumping, they're laughing. Magazine and State Street here, it was just pouring down with snow. There was even skiers on the streets. People had to wipe their car windows. So different from what's going to be happening this week. This is Violet Bucaro, back to you.
When fluctuating weather and Mardi Gras meet, it could mean tough times for shops near parade routes. Some stores are affected by the box, the area of town blocked off for parades. I spoke with a local business about how they deal with the shifting seasons. It's sale season for New Orleans retailers, but for many shops, this still makes it hard to bring in customers.
It's a slow season right now. Mardi Gras you'd think would be overwhelming, but it's not because we're in the box.
With our quickly shifting seasons, retailers in New Orleans cycle through seasons faster than most cities, forcing a lot of merchandise to the back sale closets.
People are more motivated to buy stuff when it's on sale, so we do that. But mostly we just kind of have to wait it out until there's a season where more people are going to be here.
While Magazine Street is usually a pretty popular tourist destination, it's often pretty deserted from now until Mardi Gras. Shops like Peony have been forced to discount a lot of their merchandise just to try to bring customers in.
Most of the things in here I think are really suitable for this season, but also I guess because of the nature of New Orleans, and I guess also the nature of retail, we're getting a lot of the new spring and summer things. So even though we have things that, we're still out on the floor during our crazy winter that we just had, we had to move it in here because nobody was buying it because it was really cold outside. Since I started working here in September, I've seen things cycle pretty quickly, more quickly than I think I would have expected.
Local designer Martha LaPere remains optimistic despite a rough start to the resort season, the time between winter and spring.
This year, resort did not go as planned because I have all of these spaghetti strapped dress moments and it snowed. So that was not fun. But now that it's warm outside, it's running out the door, so that's exciting.
This has been Abigail Schmidt reporting.
Next in our show, we're taking a look at a local burlesque dancer's journey to expressing her struggles through dance.
And a surprise visit from the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, so make sure to stay tuned.
This is where your story continues. Stretch the limits of your imagination. Create the world as you see it. One letter, one word, one pixel at a time. Move to the rhythm of your own story. Make something more for him and her and them, for the world. Do what you love. Tell stories like never before in a space created just for you. Learn skills that never expire. Document moments, seconds, frames per second. Turn them into masterpieces. Creativity is more than a lifestyle. Make it a career. Tune into the sounds around you. Those notes, you were always meant to sing them. Creative boundaries, you were always meant to break them. Become the artist you are destined to be. This is a world stage. New Orleans, Loyola. We do things differently. Expand your mind with and for others. Make the next move forward. Continue your story in the College of Music and Media at Loyola University, New Orleans.
Welcome back, Wolfpack. Today we're spotlighting a local burlesque dancer.
Pack News' Emma Eisman explains how Bella Lott, also known as Ivana Cry, uses her sobriety to make art.
For New Orleans burlesque dancer Ivana Cry, burlesque means more than just a hobby.
Sober when I was 19, and before getting sober, I always watched performers in awe and just thinking how do they do that? They're amazing at that. They're so gorgeous and they're so confident. So I got sober, and then there was just this empty space in my life where drugs and alcohol used to fill. I had a lot more time to pick up hobbies.
Without sobriety, she can't have art.
In order of priorities, I always have to have sobriety first, no matter what. Because if I don't have sobriety, I don't have anything that follows. I don't have friends, I don't have a home, I don't have money, I don't have performance, I don't have my passions or my job or my dog or my cat or my lizard. I don't get any of that stuff if I waver on my commitment to sobriety.
Floorwork teacher Tracy Camp, who is also sober, comments on Ivana Cry's journey.
It is really cool to see someone grow in their sobriety and also see who they actually are and watch them become curious about who they actually are. And then to put that on stage is beautiful and bold.
While Ivana is driven by sobriety, her work is actually known for being lighthearted and comical.
My thing is I'm an oddball, and I point people out in the crowd, and my shit is comedy. It's sexy, don't get me wrong, but it's more I want to make people laugh.
This has been Emma Eisman, Wolfpack News.
And if you or anyone you know is struggling with substance abuse, you can reach out to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP. Stick around for a look at one of the more unique attractions that came to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl brings in many different events and fan experiences to the city for visitors to take part in.
Reporter Hannah Darcy gives us a look at one experience at a local grocery store.
Say cheesy weenie! In the Rouse's parking lot, an unusual sight to see is drawing visitors of all ages in to stop and take a look.
We literally just drove past and we saw a giant wiener and we wanted to come check it out.
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is in town, and after getting its start in 1936, There are only 6 in the world that travel the country. Hot dogger Maddie Myers is one of the drivers and spokespeople for the Wienermobile.
We've had people everywhere from 8 to 80 come out and see it. They've gotten to go inside, sit in our ketchup and mustard seats, and also get a photo with our really fun cutouts as well.
But the Wienermobile experience doesn't just stop at photos.
We're giving out wiener whistles, postcards, coupons, all that fun stuff, and showing off the Wienermobile.
Kaysen Cottrell recently applied to be a hot dogger for the Wienermobile and came out to get a look at what may be in store for her future.
I wanted to get like a sneak peek, a little preview of what life on the road is like, meet the hot doggers that are in town right now, and get to hear a little bit about their experience and just how awesome it is.
For Myers, traveling as a hot dogger allows her to spread joy and spark smiles for visitors that come by.
It really is about making magic for people, help create those I remember when moments when people come up and they're like, I remember when I saw the Wienermobile when I was just a kid and it pulled up and it brought me a wiener whistle, and it's really special to help create those memories for the next generation.
Well, I'm sad that I missed the Wienermobile.
I know, I'm hungry now.
And the Wienermobile was at the camp, a bar in Harahan on Sunday for the big game.
They gave out hot dogs and even hot dog themed games for people to take part in.
That's all the news we have for you today.
Be sure to follow Loyola Pack News on Instagram to keep up to date. Have a nice day.